Good morning, everyone. Terry Davis here, Terry Lynn, Crafting with Terry Lynn. And I get a lot of questions about training my dog. And this is Maybelle, and I got her, Friday was 3 weeks ago, or maybe 4. But anyway, she was born February 16th, 2023. So she is almost 4 months. So I guess the 16th of June she'll be 4 months old. And she is potty pad trained. And so this video is just to show you what I do. I've had many pets or dogs, and the one I had before her was a teacup schnauzer. This one here is a Maltese. And so before I had a teacup schnauzer that was 5 pounds, and I had her for 14 years, and then she passed away. So, and she as well was potty trained to do pads and outside. Now, when we went out of town, this one also did both. It was her first time to go outside and do it, but she was a little bit confused when we got back. So now she's back on track to doing the pads. One reason I don't want her outside is because she's only 2.9 pounds, and I don't want a hawk to come down and grab her or any of that. And I just ordered her a leash and a collar, but she is so tiny. I mean, my fingers go all the way around her little neck, that big. So I'm just, I'm afraid to have her outside without being on a leash, to where if something was to grab her, I have something to control. But anyway, I just wanted to show a little bit of what I do in my daily routine with my lovable Maybelle. She is so precious. She is so smart. But you see, these dogs, little dogs, tend to do this. You know, they get tears, and hopefully that'll get better. So what I do in the mornings is I wash her face, and then I also wash her right here because she gets urine in those hairs. Try to keep those cleared up. But I'm going to show y'all just a little bit of my routine. I do have my dog bag that I made on my page, Crafting with Terry Lynn. This is a $2.99 canvas bag from Hobby Lobby, and I keep all of her goodness in here. So if I go somewhere, I have everything: bottled water, food, chew toys, potty pads, an extra clean blanket, and her expandable serving bowls and so on for traveling. And I have all that: her toothpaste, toothbrush, brush and comb, and toys and everything. And there's 3 pockets on the front. So what I like to do in the mornings is we keep this little hand towel right here, and that's for her. And I'm just going to leave her scarf on right now just for the sake of time. But Maltese need to be brushed every morning. Good girl. And when you're doing this, you know, they're skittish. So you want to talk to them, and you want to sweet talk them. And just like when she got her shots at the vet, he said, talk to her, talk to her. So, Maybelle, you're such a good girl. Yes, you're such a good girl. And just be gentle, be patient. You have to have patience. When you're training, you just have to have patience. Good girl, good girl. You're such a sweet girl. That's Mama's girl. That's Mama's girl. Is that Mama's girl? Huh? Yes, that Mama's girl. And just do the brushing. And if you do this each morning, this does not take long. It doesn't take long. Good girl. That's Mama's good girl. Yes, it is. I do not kiss on the mouth. I act like I'm going to kiss her, but I don't kiss on the mouth. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Raise her head and get under here. She usually likes this part. They love that rub. And I also give my dog a massage. And there's videos on that too. But you can rub down the back, rub their belly, rub their paws, and she loves it. Such a good girl. Yes, her is. Her such a Good girl. And then I have the comb, and I will do the comb, and she is almost due to be groomed again, which I do myself as well. And eventually I'm going to let her hair grow out to be a little longer, but for now, due to being a puppy, I am going to keep it like it is. Then I take a washcloth and I dampen the area around her eyes, clean this, you know, because those tears get crusty, and so I just wet this, clean the boogies out of the eyes, clean all that around the eyes, get this nice and wet, get it nice and wet. We got a fly in here. We have to fight flies because we have chickens in our backyard. So when we open doors, go in and out, which we do a lot of in and out with my dad living here. I put a little dog shampoo on my wet washcloth. Come here, baby. It's okay. It's okay. And I just shampoo that area. And I usually raise that hair up the opposite way of the way it goes to get up under there and get down in there. Wash that, okay? And then I'm going to let that sit while I brush her teeth. And oops, I got her little toothbrush from PetSmart, and this is Tartar Control. Tastes good for dogs, and this is for puppies. So this one is for puppies. So I press it down in there, into that brush, so it doesn't all come off in one mess. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Come here, baby. It's okay. You may have to put her in your arms. It's okay. Just brush her teeth. Okay, come on. It's okay. Okay, we're on camera today. Be sweet. Be sweet, baby. Be sweet. Look, come here. Come here. Come here, baby. It's okay. Okay, I may have to try that when I have her in my lap and turn her upside down. When you turn them upside down on their back, and I layer in the fold of in my legs, that makes them more vulnerable. Same way if you have two male dogs and they're trying to fight over who is going to be the dominant one. What do you call it? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? There has to be one that rules the roost, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And they'll fight for it. Now, one of our kids brought their male dog over one time so that she could go out of town. And I have a lab. And her dog was a schnauzer, a bigger schnauzer than the one I had. And his name was Prince, but he thought he was dominant. Or he came in wanting to be dominant, but he come into Briscoe's territory. And of course, Briscoe's easy going, but I had to take that dog. I'll never forget it. I was in my dining room, and Prince was being ugly to my two dogs. My two dogs, they didn't bark, they weren't anything, right? But Prince comes and he wants to dominate. He peed on all the legs of my dining room table because he's marking territory. So I had to take Prince, and I took him like that and put him down on the floor and said, no, no. And so they surrender. I had my other dogs come over, looked over Prince, and that was it. Never had another problem because he knew right then who was dominant in this house. And he backed down. He did not try to take the control anymore. So anyway, let's rinse your eyes, sweetheart. Let's rinse your eyes. Okay? So Mom will find a new place. Okay. We gotta rinse. We gotta rinse. Be sweet. Be sweet. We gotta rinse, okay? It's okay. I don't remember if Mama did it yet or not, but we'll just do it again, okay? You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Mama loves you. Yes, I do. Mama loves you. Yes, I do. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Mama give you a treat when we're done, okay? Mama give you a treat. Getting in the corners of the eyes good. And so if you do this, you know, each morning, then, whoops, it just takes a few minutes, you know? I mean, I've got to sit here and brush my teeth and do my hair, and it just takes a few minutes. I feel better because I feel like I've given her my best, and she's going to feel better, and she's going to learn this routine, okay? So, all right, I'll brush that in a minute. Now I'm going to take my wet towel, and I do carry wipes in my dog bag. So if we're traveling like we just did, and we'll be traveling again this weekend, we're going to the woods and we're going to be camping out. I use the wipes to do this. So after she goes to the bathroom, I like to do this. And this will all dry and all be good, okay? So now she is cleaned up. And then I am going to do a load of laundry today for her. And all of this will be in there. And so let me, oh, what else was I going to say? Oh, and I don't have her cologne in here, but it's in my kitchen because I gave her a bath the other day. I'll take her cologne and spritz just a couple of spritz of her cologne, and she still smells good, but just a dab or two of cologne, and she's gonna dry and she'll be cute and ready to go. So okay, you're all done now, okay? Other than brushing your teeth, and I'll do that outside. I'll put you in my lap and do that out there. So I'm going to take this off the tripod, and I'm going to show y'all how I started out. Let's see, she was, I don't know, anyway, I got her when she was just like 10 weeks old or something like that. Oh, let me also show y'all something. You know the hospital socks that you get and you're like, what am I going to do with them? Well, I saved them because my dad lives with us and he's in his 80s. But there's a water bottle in there. She loves this thing. She loves it. And I tied a knot right here so I can take this off and throw it in with her laundry and keep it washed and clean. But she loves this thing. Great for a dog with anxiety because they can, you know, and you may have to take it away from them from time to time because it can get annoying, the noise. So let me take this off my tripod and I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing. And she's eating right now. So let me I'm going to take this off. So I'm in my bathroom. Okay, so in my bathroom, I have this area, and let me step back. So there's my vanity. And here is this whole area, my linen closet. And then right here behind my back is the door going to the shower and the toilet. And so I have this whole area, this tile. So, and then I have a kitty gate right here, which it doesn't extend long enough. So I had to put some things in there to take up the space. I'm determined I'm not going to spend more money because I have spent so much already just getting all the things for my little girl here. So I started out with the paper pads, which I have all right there in the closet. But those things are expensive. So, so what I did is I first did the paper pads, as you can see right here. And then I have one right there behind my door of my bedroom. And made sure that she was going to be okay with them, and she was. So what I did is, they say that they got to go potty. So she's 2 months. So that'd be when I got her, she was 2 months. So it'd be every 2 hours. So I'd bring her in here, and I had the gate up, bring her in here, and I would tell her to go potty. And usually I would go into my bathroom and go potty. So I would be on the toilet looking over at her, telling her to go potty, and she would go over there on that pad. And then I'd say, good potty, good potty. So you decide what your word is going to be. Potty is the word. She knows when I say go potty, she knows to do it. And so if we're in another part of the house and I know it's time and I bring her in here, I tell her to go potty, she goes straight over there and she's doing it now on command. My husband is so amazed. So I got her food and her water here, and I keep Dawn liquid right there on my Lazy Susan, and I wash her bowl each day, and she gets fresh water and she gets her food. And so what they had her on when I got her was this right here. This is a good food with no grains, no corn, all the good stuff. And then I also got her this Superfood Complete. I ordered this online, 80% protein. It is beef heart, beef liver, and salmon, I guess you say. 13% vegetables, fruit, vitamins, and minerals. 0 corn, soy, white peas, and fillers. My other dog is allergic to corn. He's allergic to peas. He's allergic to wheat. He's allergic to rice. He's allergic to turkey. We did $350 blood test on him to find out why he was always scratching. Most dogs do have allergies to that stuff. You just don't realize it. So, anyway, so I provide good food for her. So she's got a bed here. So we just went and had breakfast, and I left her here. But I typically would take her most places, especially for her. Oh, she's wanting to. Oh, I'm sorry. See, she just went potty, but I had this in the way. But she's partially on, and that's the first time I've seen her to miss it. But that's my fault. Good girl. Good potty. Good potty. Let's see. I think she might want to go number 2. She typically goes number 2 over there. Typically. And so we'll see if she does. And then I have to pick it up real quick because she wants to eat it. Her food is so darn good that it's even good recycled, I guess. So I have to pick it up pretty quick. So now, because we've had her, I think 4 weeks now, I am now putting this gate when we're home up in my doorway right here so that she can come and go. We're now giving her a little more of the house to go around. And we took our block off of our doggy door, which is really big because we have a lab. And she's learning to use that as well, a little bit. We just started yesterday using the doggy doors. So we're getting her to where she's going to know how to come in and out of the house, which is the doggy door to the back door is going to the man cave. It's an enclosed patio. And that's where we pretty much spend all of our time is out there. We come in the house to sleep and go to the bathroom and to use the kitchen. But I also have her a lot of toys, and you see these toys. Now let me also tell y'all, she loves these things right here. They came from Amazon. There's no hide, no raw hide, easily digestible. These are venison chew sticks, and this one, that's the same thing, I think. So we got the big ones, like this, and she loves chewing this. So she's gotten a little bit of this right here done, but and And she loves that toy with the little crinkle paper in it. You love it, don't you, baby? And she loves to chew on this. I gave her my other little girl's little Texan shirt. And so that's my Addie Mae's. Addie Mae was my other baby. And so she loves to play with that toy. I mean, that shirt. And she's named after Addie Mae. And her name is Maybelle. And so when I'm done with her toys, they go right here. They go right here in this little suitcase. And she has learned, and she's grown just enough. Like I said, she's 2.9. She can reach up there and grab her own toys. Hopefully I will teach her to put them up. But that'll take just a bit of time. Now, I haven't made my bed, so y'all forgive me. But I'm going to show y'all. She sleeps right here on my night table. And I put this over here so that she doesn't, because I have to sleep with the fan. So that protects her from the fan. And she sleeps in here. And I change out her blankets all the time. And she's got fresh stuff. So when I do laundry, I throw all her stuff in there. And this is a carrying little crate. So if we go on trips, I can, if I go to Walmart, she can go with me. And this is a shoulder bag, or she can go in the grocery cart and she can shop with me. So that is how I do the carrying thing. So she loves these squeaky toys. Also, toys at PetSmart is $5 something. And that one she's playing with right now was $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And it has a squeak in the head and a squeak in the tail. And she loves it. Do you see that? She absolutely loves it. So, also, because she was doing well on the potty pads, I bought these washable pads. And you can see the yellow on there from her going potty. But it's got the black rubber. And I had that pad, the disposable, underneath it just because I wanted to make sure that it didn't go through, which it doesn't. So now I can do away with the disposables under it. She likes to come over here to do number 2. And of course I pick it up right away because she wants to eat it. So she does them. Now sometimes she'll number 1 over here. And she'll do number 2 over there. She also likes to see herself in the mirror. But these potty pads I bought off of Amazon. I'll add a link. Oops, my towel that I cleaned my glasses with dropped down. And also these little blankets from Amazon are amazing. They're the perfect, whoops, I'm one-handed here. These are perfect for the carrying case and whatever. So these were a set of 3. Also, that's what I like to keep in her little crate. And she just comes over here to eat. Also, by me putting this grate up, I put it up enough that she can crawl under it right here at my door, but my lab can't come in my bedroom. Because if I let him come in here, he wants to stay in here all day. And he gets my carpet smelling and everything else. And he's quite old now. He is probably not going to last much longer, but I've just got to keep him out of here. Plus, I don't want him eating her food because he has his own. So that is how I work it. Actually, let me retract. When I first started doing the training, I put her potty pad in my bathroom. And I would close the door because there was nowhere else to go because it's a small, it's just a small area. I put her pad here. I'd bring her in here, close the door. I'd sit on the toilet and wait for her to do her business. And then when she'd do it, I would say, good girl, good potty, good potty. And Daddy just came in the door, and that's what she was barking at. And he heard me talking, so he went back out. But I think she's about to do her business. So that's where I started. Small spot. She had nowhere else to go but to do it. And when she'd do it, I would praise her. And like I said, every 2 hours, or if it looked like she was looking for a place, I'd pick her up and come in here. So it does take time. It takes patience. And you have to watch them. She's going under my bed. You have to watch them just like you have an infant in your care. You got to watch, make sure that they're not getting into anything, getting anything small in their mouth that could hurt them or choke on them. It is just like having a baby. So, and if you don't have time for that, then it may not be a good idea for you to start something like this without having some dedicated time to do the training. Also, what I like to do, Maybelle, look, fetch, bring it here, bring it here, bring it here, bring it here. Also, I like to do sign language. So this is come. Out. Thank you. Fetch. Bring it here. Use the same thing. You can do sign language and voice command. Bring it here. Ah. We do this each night. We play, we fetch, and where'd that bottle go? Sorry, I'm trying to look for the bottle I made her. So use a hand signal and a voice command, because there's been times I've been on the phone that say I'm on the phone, but I'm getting ready to leave the house, but I need my dog to get back outside to the patio so he's not in the house. I can do my hand signal for him to come on so I can lock the door and him on the other side where I want him. So hand signal is good, as well as the voice command. So just know what your voice commands are going to be, and use the same words. And you want to practice it each day. See? She's coming to me. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Fetch. Bring it here. Good girl. Good girl. Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay, so she wants to chew on it. I don't usually use that for the fetching, but for video purposes, I wanted to show y'all. So I've only had her a few weeks, and that is our progress on how I work it. Now again, at night, before going to bed, I bring her in here in the bathroom area here, or whatever you want to call this, where I have her set up now. She's pretty much on her routine. When I bring her in here, she automatically goes there, and then she'll usually she does both. She goes in TT's over here, then she goes over there. She does all of her turns and turns and turns, and she drops her loads. I've got my paper ready, and I have to grab it quick or pick her up quick, because like I said, she wants to eat it. And then, so she knows this is her area now. And like I said, she's got a bed. She's got a stuffed toy here. She likes to drag this and pull it. And this is her playpen area if I got to leave the house. When we're going to bed, I bring her in here. She gets her last drink, her last bite, or whatever. She does her business. I put her in that little carrying case on my night table. She sleeps there. She does not whimper until she knows that I am awake, which is 6:30 to 7. And then she will, when she sees me moving around, she'll do a very low volume little whimper. And I get up, I unzip it, take her out, and put her here to the floor. Anytime they wake up, they usually got to go to the bathroom. So I bring her in here. I wash her bowl, fresh water, put her food out. She does her business. She starts eating. And then once I know she's done number 1 and 2, I let her get her toys. I usually point to her little toy box. She starts getting her toys all out on the floor and she starts playing. I go make my coffee. And then when I come back to get in bed, because my husband and I drink coffee in bed, she comes to the side of my bed and she starts raising up because she wants up there. And then we let her in bed and she plays with my husband and I. And I usually give her her chew toy, and I give her those 2 toys right there. And she plays on the bed. She plays so much that after about 30 minutes to an hour, she curls up between us and she goes to sleep and takes her little morning nap, just like a baby. Takes her morning nap. And then when we get up to start getting ready for our day, I put her back in here because I know she needs to go potty again. Look at her. Look at her. She's looking to see if there's any toys in there. Here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at that. Get your toys. Say the same thing that you want to learn. Get your toys. Good girl. Good girl. It's such a good girl. And a reward doesn't always have to be a treat. It could just be something like that. That excited pitch in your voice, and give her a touch. Get your toys. Get your toys. Oh, stretch. Stretch. Come on, get your toys. Get it. Get your toys. 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 She hears she hears my dad going in the garage where his shop's at. So that little scarf my husband puts on her, she doesn't really care for it. It makes her want to scratch. Good girl. Good girl. That's such a good girl. Good girl. So she gets her toys. Now I got to teach her to put them in there, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But anyway, so that's what she does. She loves those things. And these toys here stay in this room. So she's excited to see these toys. And then she has a different set of toys in the man cave. She also loves this toy, this little lamb. So these toys stay in here, and that has a squeaky too. So I think that is all I have for you, and we do not give her any table foods. And that is the best way to start training. Just remember what words you're going to use. Your hand signals, come, stay. I always use this to stay, like stop, stay. And I used this for sit. And I forget what I used for down. It's been so long. Many years ago, I had a lab, and I went to a 12-week obedient training. My dog was the most out of control, and he ended up with the most, I forget what they called it, the most obedient at the end of the 12 weeks. And I'll tell you, she had to do something for this dog that she really didn't want to do in class. But we're all in a circle, and he would not stay in the down position. Not the sit, but in the down. Where they're down, all fours on the down, right? He would not stay. I kept doing what she said, what everybody was doing, but my dog would go down and then right back up. She goes, okay, I hate to do this, and I hate doing it in class, but sometimes you have a dog that you have to do this. And this was a male dog also. I always get females, but this male lab that we have right now was a rescue. And that's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about was many years ago in the 80s or early 90s. So, you know, we got him on the leash and the collar, you know, the choke collar, the chain-like thing when you're doing training like that. So she came over to me and we're all in a circle. And she took him and she took that leash or whatever and she picked him up. And I'm telling you, she went back behind her. All 4 of his feet were off the ground. And bam! And she said, damn. And I guarantee you, he says, oh, yes, ma'am, anything you say. He stayed at that point. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, that's aggressive. Sometimes when you're doing a training like that, you have to make an impact. Okay. Oh, she's going to go poop. She was doing her circles. Go potty. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? It's kind of like your son. Yep, she's looking. Oh, and I gotta get paper. Go potty. Go potty. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta get my paper ready. I keep it ready because, like I said, she wants to eat it. Sometimes it takes drastic measures. It's kind of like if the kid burns himself on the stove, more than likely that child's going to be very careful next time. Good potty, good potty. Okay, I'm going to pause, y'all. Okay, I picked it up real quick, y'all. I didn't want y'all to have to see it, but y'all saw the gist of it, that she was doing it. So I got it right here to put in the toilet. So, good girl. Such a good girl. Okay, I just put it in the toilet. Anyway, sometimes it takes drastic to get that dog's attention. Now, you never hit a dog. You never slap them. You never spank them. You don't do it that way. I use a fly swatter, and I will like hit this to where it makes a noise. She wants to chew on this sometimes, so I'll slap it with the fly swatter and say no. So you got to know what your word is. Some people say stop it. I like short and sweet. No. And then that way she'll learn when you say no to stop. And I also used, you know, in the beginning. You see how she turned and looked at me? So she knows that means get away. And so that's how we do it, y'all. And these washable pads, I just throw them in the laundry, you know. And the thing is I got to thinking, cloth diapers with my kids back in the 80s when they were born, 81 and 83, you know, because I couldn't afford disposable diapers. So we did cloth ones. We put them in the wash, and I'd hang them out on the line to dry. I did everything I could to cut corners. So that's what I do. I've got, I bought a set of 6, set of 3, and a set of 2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 pads. So I've got these 2 here. I've got one over here in the corner by my bed. She's not used it yet. It was just for safety in case she wanted to go that way. And then I have 2 in the man cave. So that's what I do. And so I hope you find this helpful. And I will try to continue to show more content on training your puppy as it comes. So y'all have a great day. If you're watching this on YouTube, I would love for you to send this out there and share it. And give me some thumbs up. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.